It is week 4 of our game with the Swordsman, Elf, Berzerker, and White Knight. So the first of our 4 hero rounds, first of 4 hero rounds in our Grand Prix. We've already done the solo rounds. If you've been watching those, excellent, thank you. So we'll see how this one goes here. So you'll see the scores right now. It's 9-7 to 6-6. Keep in mind that there is a bonus. Winning this round, winning your game gives you 3 points. Second place 2, third place 1, fourth place gets left out in the cold and 0 extra points. Dying takes 2 points off your score, so it is bad. White Knight has found this out already. He died in his solo round through no fault of his own. It was my fault. God damn it. Trying to show off. Anyway, so it's been an interesting game. The scores, I think, play that out. The elf has sort of been pretty lucky. But we are trying to figure out, every character is now trying to figure out where he can score a couple points last week here. So the Swordsman finds himself in a little bit of a weird spot, stuck in a goblin siege. Stuck in the middle of a goblin siege. Now it's interesting because earlier on he learned a black magic spell, Ancient Pact, through a consult with a demon. And he does have a chip to cast it if he rests it. So he could absolutely manage to grab one of these guys to come to his aid. Let's see what he has. He has Explore the Caves. That is so not happening at this juncture. Don't think that's going to happen. So I think that's a bust. I think the ruins are rough. I think the black source is great. I think we're going to try to use that to maybe help bust the siege. And he's at 6 points, and 2 of those are from that spell. So he could get a 7th point if he does the siege. There's still a spider bounty till the end of the game. I think the hermit and the miner are dead at the moment. I think this wolf plague is mostly dead. So hermit, miner, plague of wolves, I think, are sort of dead. I think the peddler maybe. Broken wagon is back down at the inn. The goblin siege and the spider bounty are 2 main ways you're going to get points off vets. Now, the only problem with this guy is that he can't drag everybody off of here. So you take this guy. Let's say you take this guy as your buddy. They're all on his sheet round 1. Or round 2, effectively, of these 2 guys. You can kill one of them. You have to dodge one other guy. You still have a 1/3 chance of dying in that, if the swordsman tackles that alone. He's got a 1/3 chance of being killed. He could. All right. So here's what we're going to do if we are the swordsman. We are going to spend one more day here a little bit. So we are enemies with the patrol. So we definitely want to hide. So let's make sure we're hidden by the end of the day. Let's rest and rest for sure. Have we traded with the patrol? No. We only have $8 anyway. So I say we hide twice, rest twice. We're gonna drop our cards. So we'll put cards here as a reminder to ourselves, right? And we do have an extra move for the horse. Now the funny part with the horse is, oh, we can't ride it in the cave. That does suck. We can ride it here, but these guys will kill the horse. These guys do not kill the horse on this side. They kill the horse on this side. So you could totally ride that horse into battle, but these guys are in a cave, so that's sort of screwed. So I think that's what we're doing then. We're going to do cards first thing. And we're going to try to break the sea. At least get credit for partially breaking the sea. Our elf friend here. Have you found the lair yet? You have not even found that lair. I do think it behooves us to find the lair since we're here and its points. I think we're going to try to find the lair. I think we're good one more turn to do that. The Berzerker, not a big fan of where the Berzerker has ended up. Not a big fan of it at all. Feel a little bit bad because I feel like I have not played him to his full potential there. But he's at 23 points. The elf is at 26. So I think what we're going to do. I think what we're going to do. I think we are going to. Do we have anything resty wise to do? No. So we are going to hide. Hell, we'll hide 3 times, and we're going to move to the lair. Done. So we're going to go kill the dragon while we're here. That will probably steal a prowess point from the elf. So make it 8 to 7. Maybe we go do the broken wagon. The White Knight would love to kill a dragon. Oh, geez. So he's going to be frenemying the Berzerker again, it looks like. We also need to get the cliff explored. Yeesh. Okay. And we have a buddy. So I think the main problem that the knight's going to have is simply time through these damn mountains. So we're going to hide, and move to 6. But that's going to suck for time-wise. We do not have an infinite amount of time with our buddy here. We only have 3 more days to keep him around. We don't have enough money to do any more with that. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to pop this. Maybe we'll break the siege. So this will give me 2 points. So that's literally puts the White Knight at 9 points. If we pop, we'll kill these guys just because we can with the dude. Maybe we're not going to get the Dragon Slayer. You know what? Okay. Moo 6. Right? So we hide. Move 6. It's going to be a fucking bloodbath and we move to the lair. Done. Because I think we have the cliff 3/6. We're going to go in. We're going in. We've searched for that damn Dragon Slayer forever. We are not going to be denied Dragon Slayer. Done. The White Knight will prevail. I don't think he will, but let's see what happens. Nonetheless. So there we go. Our last week is ready to get underway. It's day 22. Let's see what the monster roll is. Dragons. So there you go. Okay. I think the swordsman just goes first because he can. We're going to hide 2 times. I'll just roll it down here. Is the swordsman hidden? He is. And he's going to rest twice. One is going to be the black chit that he picked up, and the other is going to be the move L3. Then he's going to turn his cards in. Everything with the black source is going away. We're going to draw 2 cards for the last thing. So we get, instead of Dig Site, we get Thief, which actually might be useful for us, and Envoy, which may be useful for us. Rogues or Company. Actually, it would be if we could get back to the inn in time, because it's trade with 2 guys you're friendly with, which are these 2 guys. For today, though, nothing. So he's done with his turn. And now we're going to see who goes first. And this could be actually critically important. White Knight is first. So the White Knight's going to hide once and then move into the lair. So hopefully we hide. Nope, we do not hide. And so we pound into the lair. And since we've ended our phase here, we're going to get these 2 dragons. And the elf can't do anything about it because the elf is not in sort of control of this little mess. Because remember, the elf's carrying the dragon essence. So poof, dragon essence. That's good for the knight, a little bit. But 3 dragons, not quite as safe as killing the 1. The elf's going to hide. And now this hide is critically important. We do hide. He's going to search for the lair now. 4 times. 4 or 1, and he finds the lair. So the elf does indeed find the lair. That will pop locate lair. So this is the first one here. So he's located the lair. Now we're going to take 3 loots. It's a 2 or 1. Nope, that's 1. 2. Maybe? Nah, 3. Done. And dragons are drawn here. Done. We're good to go. But the elf's going to pop locate lair. That's going to be a point for him. So that's his 6th card point. So good for the elf. The elf's actually had a really, really good game. And that will be his 10th point. Now, assuming that his score remains intact based on what the other players end up with. The Berzerker is hiding 3 times and heading to the lair. So it looks like we're going to have a little rumble. He fails once. He succeeds. He wanders into the lair. Ooh, this is going to be quite the clunky battle here. So, we are unhidden. As it stands, everybody's on this sheet. I mean, I hate to say it, but I don't think these guys have any incentive to pull off of the knight's sheet. So if the knight hits him, he'll attack on a 3. That would actually be pretty rough, but not enough to kill the knight still. The main problem you're going to have is that the knight cannot I'm going to lure him here. That's rough. These two guys are on the knight's sheet. We're going to fire that one. What we're going to do is we're going to play our h4 and then the h6 here, right? So we're just going to play pretty standard, but he's going to take the burden of this. This will not auto hit, but it does have a third chance to hit. This won't kill anyone. It won't kill him. When he flips, we're in trouble, though. But remember that our move time is a 4. I like that, actually. I'll do that next time when I need to remember what his move time is. Move time's a 4. If he lines up, he will die. If this lines up and flips, then the horse will die. So we don't want that to happen. So we can kill that tremendous dragon and so on. Now, what's the Berzerker going to do? Well, we're going to ready some weapons here. So we're going to flip that over. And then we're going to play a t6. And let's see if we can't steal a kill or so from our friend here. And sure, we'll steal a kill. His weapon is longer, and he's going to intercept. So this round, no matter what, he's going to go first and kill this guy. But I can take a shot on one of these as well, and I'm going to take a shot on that guy. The elf gets to ready his bow. He will. He'll flip it here and be playing. And the elf doesn't really care. This fight is not sort of his gig. But having said that, he is sort of fighting the barbarian for points, strangely enough. Less so than he's fighting the White Knight for points. So he's also going to shoot at that dragon. And let's see what happens. The problem, and he can shoot this guy, and he might kill him on a 1, but that's just not super reasonable. So let's see what happens first up here with all these things targeted all over the damn place. Let's see what the roll is on the White Knight sheet. The repositioning is a 3, which is going to flip these two. Sucks for the knight, actually. So in order, this guy goes first and he hits this dude. This guy is heavy and armored. So that means that we're doing light, medium damage. We need to get +1. So we need a 2 or a 1 to kill this guy. So a 2 or a 1, the elf shoots him dead. No, he gets a 3. So this attack misses. This attack hits for nothing. This attack misses. So all the long attacks miss. This attack misses. This attack hits. It's going to damage the armor. We're going to wound the knight. The knight has to fatigue. So we will fatigue. And we will wound. Yes. And we've missed, so we get to flip this bad boy. Done. So that is that round over there. Let's see what happens down here. So down here, we are looking for a 4. Everyone stays totally put. I like it. Does the head flip? Oh, I had to roll for flipping. So the head does flip. So do either of these dragons flip? Well, that actually could be important, right? So I'm sorry. Does this guy flip? And he does not. So he does exactly what it was said he was going to do, and neither does this guy. So it absolutely remains the same down here. Over here, he misses. So that misses. That's the longest attack here. So he's off the board. His attack is second longest, and he's going to undercut and do tremendous damage and kill this dragon. So next round, I'm going to have him pull that guy. And I suppose all 3 of these guys are like on here. And he'll flip to that side. I'd rather not take the armor damage, but I'm going to hit and kill this guy no matter what, even if the elf doesn't. So let's roll with this. So where does that bad boy go? So he's going to stay put. Does he flip or not? If he flips, that would be fine. So he does light damage now. The elf goes first. He still needs to roll a 1 or a 2 to get the kill. He does. So the elf actually scores that kill. So the elf's going to take a prize of 5 prowess. Down here, what happens? 6. So he goes all the way down the bottom and does not flip. He misses. He misses. We still have to fatigue one, so we're going to fatigue this chit. And now, pretty much, I would assume that everybody sort of lines up. And the White Knight will go, it barely matters. The White Knight will go down here, as a for instance. So, where does the dragon go? 5, so he goes down 1 and flips, and the archer shoots. He does not do enough damage. We miss. He intercepts and hits. The Berzerker actually gets 1 kill also. So let's look. The combat results are not too bad. The White Knight does lose some armor there. I mean, he doesn't lose it, but it is damaged. Let's get everybody's chits back, because I do sometimes forget to do that, and it's a little rough when you're looking for chits. So what happens? The White Knight gets a couple things. He gets Dragon Slayer. So he gets that. That's a point. So that is worth a 6th point for his cards to clear. He also gets a Dragon's Tooth, because that's what you get. But he is done there. He also gets 10 prowess, which, you know, is just cements his possible victory of that. Berzerker gets 5 and does not score any cards or anything like that, because he doesn't have a card available to score. I don't think he has another Dragon Slayer or anything. He doesn't. And the elf gets 5. So the elf is still ahead by a tiny bit. And I mean, a little bit of damage. It's not, it wasn't a clean fight, but it wasn't a terrible fight either. Dragon Slayer, we will turn in and get a card, and the card is Find a Bow in Flutter. Wah, wah, don't care. We did pop Dragon Slayer, so that was pretty good. And that, I believe, is the end of day 20, an eventful day 22, and we are on to day 23. So let's see how we feel about. So I can absolutely kill one of these dudes. Absolutely do it. Absolutely can kill one. But you then effectively have to run away. So what is the swordsman? How does the swordsman play this? So you could go in. Now it's going to take you 4 days to work through a stack if you do. So we can't really do that. But you could kill one. So let's say we kill this guy. Now there's 3 of these yahoos. Then you're in there and you cast on one of these guys and you turn him into one of your lackeys you summon him. Use your black source to summon. Now you've got this guy. Now he drags one to his sheet. I mean, it's not super ideal. Effectively, these guys might kill each other, might not kill each other. The next round, you assassinate this guy pretty much. I mean, assuming that you're still hidden, of course. I definitely think it's doable, but it might take 2 days, not a 1 day thing. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to hide. Oh, we can't. Well, we got to be careful. We can't do that. It's pretty much hide move because we're going into caves. Hide move goblins. Done. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. And we are done with him. The elf has located the lair. What does his card say? Thief and a face hidden with an unfriendly dude. So the elf also has thief. The elf doesn't like the lancers or the order. Man, the chance of getting there is tiny. Well, no, it's not tiny. We have a magic flippin' carpet. So okay. Sure. I say we do it. I say we can get this thief. The elf does not need, he can get out of dodge. He's going to fly, and fly to, not the chapel, but he's going to fly to the evil valley. And he's going to hide, and he's going to hide. Just to see where he ends up. Because he's unfriendly and enemies with these guys. So he certainly doesn't want to get messed up. So we'll see where he is. And that's his move. The Berzerker. The Berzerker at 6 points wants to steal points off that elf. Definitely wants to steal points off that elf. I don't love the siege. Don't love it. I say we search the lair, we hide once, we move to 6. Maybe we can get a couple points at the end here. We got to get through here, which is a little bit of a mess. 1-8 has one more place to go. So we're going to do it. We're going to hide, I suppose, twice and move to 6. Not fun. And we're going to try to get to 1 here to be done with Explore Cliff. So that's it. We've got stuff to do. And let's get a monster roll up. Goblin sieges will not prowl, by the way. Keep that in mind. So there's no prowling. 4. So we have giants and trolls. I don't know what that's going to do. I think the swordsman will go first. He does. Man, is he going to be able to? No. And he moves into the goblins. So that's his turn, and he is done. The elf is next. The elf flies 1, 2, 3 right there. And he's going to land 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He lands in the chapel. And he's going to now hide 2 times. And I think he succeeds. So he is successfully hidden in the temple. He is done. White Knight is going to hide. He fails. And then walks up to here, but nothing's going to pop because it's all spiders and imps and so on. And then the Berzerker is going to pretty much go the same place. I think him and the Berzerker are sort of weirdly attached at the hip. He will search one more time in the lair. I don't think that's going to be super fruitful. It isn't. Then he hides. That's fine. And then he moves up here. And I think nothing appears. The elf could certainly take pot shots if he wanted to. He doesn't like the Lancers. He could certainly attack the Lancers. Um, sure. He has take cover, which is sort of interesting. And he might do that after he thieves. So, but we have one fight actually for real, and that is this fight. So let's see how this is going to go. Swordsman does not have take cover. So I could cast. Because you can cast and lure effectively. Don't get me wrong. I think this is not overpowered necessarily, but it's on the verge of broken game mechanic wise. But I will think about it as we go forward. But currently, how I've buffed summons of all types because they were before they were non-starters is that when this guy, so let's say these guys are on this guy's sheet, right? And I can still cast. When I cast, this guy immediately comes on the board. He immediately gets to, even though the spell cast would go off in theory in the encounter phase after everyone's been deployed, he immediately gets to pull someone onto his sheet where he can immediately deploy. Because otherwise, the summons were totally useless unless you were hidden. If you were hidden, you could get a guy off and appear. But again, I didn't think it was a super useful way to go. So what that would mean is these three untargeted guys, when I cast and pulled him, he could pull one guy to his sheet. And that would be round one, would just be these guys. We would resolve that. Round two, these guys would be on my sheet. Possibly, because remember, a summon I'm casting sort of on myself, so I do get the ambush. They'd either be on my sheet or on this guy's sheet, in which case I could jump in and do what I needed to do. So do I cast? I think I do. I think that's the way to go. And I think you cast. Oof. This guy has the advantage in round one. So I'm going to cheat. Round one, I do nothing. Round two, I'm going to cast Ancient Pact by burning my black magic source. So black source is gone. We cast Ancient Pact. I'm allowed to take any goblin from any active stack of goblins. So I'm going to take him, and I'm going to draw him to his sheet for round two. So that means that his weapon is faster than his weapon. Length does not count. If he flips, he's going to kill this guy. If he doesn't flip, then when they match up, he will kill this guy. If they line up, right? So let's see where he ends up. Well, for okay, time out. Don't count that. Okay, first thing is, am I unhidden or not? I'm ambushing because this only no. So the swordsman is still in the bushes, so that's nice. Now does he line up? No, he goes here. Does he flip? This is important. We would love him to flip. He does not flip. So that's that. That's round two. The only problem. Oh, but I fatigued. I cast. So good. Whew, thank goodness. Okay. So now the problem is all these guys are in this dude's sheet. And now we're sort of screwed, right? A little bit screwed. That's okay. We can still do this. Oh, round one, I will ready my weapon. I'm sorry. So there you go. Round one, ready. Round two, Ancient Pact. Round three, we're going to play. We can't do all those. We can't do all those, though, which is too damn bad. That's okay. We're jumping in. We are going to. So, our guy. So, I'm going to drag this chit here and put it on him. He will drag him. This chit I will flip and put on this guy. So we've got our guy covered in two cases. This case, he's going to die. So let's see what we got here. Let's see where these goblins end up. 6. Oh. He goes down to the bottom, and these guys flip up. Does the first goblin flip? No. Second? No. Third? Please flip. Third goblin? No. So what happens is my weapon is fastest. I'm an L2, and I'm going to hit before anything happens. And so we kill that goblin, and we are done. We have to fatigue a fight. These guys miss. This guy misses. We miss. But I have to fatigue a fight. So let me go over here and fatigue a fight chit. I'm going to fatigue my fight M3, and I'm going to pull this one back. So this is round 4 now. So I'm going to target this guy. Same deal, right? We're going to play just like this. And my weapon is unreadied. We can ready it with a fight. So that's the good part about having no one on my sheet. Oh, wait. Now he has to be on my sheet. He's on my sheet. I cannot do this. So hold on. So what happens is after this round, so this round, right, they didn't know I was there. So I got that free shot. So that was my freebie shot on round 3. On round 4, this guy comes over to my sheet. I'm going to still lure this guy. He comes to me. I can't ready my weapon. I can still cover myself, though. But I should play a move. So I can play a move L4. He's not going to undercut me. My weapon's still longer. I have a... You know what? I'm going to play down here. Screw it, because I got armor, for crying out loud. Light armor. So I'm just going to play like that. And I think this guy auto beats his sword buddy. So let's see where this guy ends up. 6. So he ends up all the way down. Does he flip? No. So what's going to happen is we match times. L4, L4. My weapon is slightly longer, so we're going to kill him before he kills us. And over here, so that worked out still. Over here, 2, so he goes down to the bottom. Does he flip? He does not. So he misses. He misses up top. There you go. Next round. I do not have to play a move. I'm sort of done playing a move. My weapon hit last round, so it is unreadied. No one's on my sheet, so I will ready my weapon. I'll be honest. I think I'm just going to play slow play. No, you know what? I don't want to. Well, I killed last round, so that's good. So we'll play right like that. So we have a 2/3 chance of catching this guy. And he goes down 1. So I think we're going to catch him. He is missed, or he doesn't flip. I'm going to intercept this guy for medium damage and kill him. And then combat ends, strangely enough. So it's a little goofy, unfortunately. Combat ends, and that's my guy for the day, but he goes back to where he belongs. We killed 6 points worth of goblins. And we are gonna. I mean, we do have credit for the siege, but only once the siege is lifted. And we killed the sword guy, so we will get a reward once the siege is lifted. I'm just gonna keep these guys up top here to make sure I remember that those are all mine. That's day 23. I don't think anybody else has anything going on day 23. Yeah. Oh, and we did screw that up, I think. Oh, man, I can't believe that I managed to blow this roll. Of all things, I wasn't paying attention to this, right? So that guy's going to show up. So that's my fault. That is a huge mistake on my part. Because that troll would have shown up. Had he shown up, we actually can't do any of that. And ultimately just have to run out of the clearing. So that blows that entirely. You know what? Uh okay, well, I liked that fight. You're welcome, goblins. But I think that troll stops this cold because I cannot in any way, shape, or form um I can't face off against this guy. Right? And he stinks seed, so he's gonna show up. So he's done. So on that day, with my roll of a 4, I get a troll, and we have to do is actually have to run and fatigue. So this is not fatigue. This is back there. Uh, so I sort of need to. What was in here in this thing when I move this up and pulled this out? What was in its place? I don't know. Actually, that's a good question. Uh, I thought there was a chit in there. Uh, and there you go. That's okay. I will let that slide. Right. Where's our handy gloves? We'll put that back. Put that back. Well, that's too bad. That was the best laid plans of mice and men, just derailed by a die roll, and I didn't see it until too late. So here's the thing: we do not score. Instead, we run out, and we're going to put that down instead. And that sucks because what that's going to do is that derails the swordsman's plans. He cannot take that troll ever. But I do get the black magic source back if that's any. Yeah. Now, I tell you what I can do, and I will do this. So I tell you what I will do. So I'm going to go in. T5. We still can't do any better. Like, that guy is still going to be faster than we are, no matter what. So I am going to go in. I can be hidden. I can ready a weapon, and I can effectively assassinate a goblin. A little bit useless to do so, but I can kill one of these goblins by playing a fight L2. So I'm going to fatigue a fight. So that's going to be there and make change, we'll say. And kill that guy. And then everything's on my sheet, and then I have to run and fatigue that anyway. So I'm going to score a single point. And I do have some credit for the siege if the siege is lifted. And there you go. I apologize for that, guys. Very much so. So I am in between clearings now and done. So that was an anti climax. So what I'm going to do is I get 4 moves, though, thankfully. So I'm going to use my extra move to go back to the house. I am going to hide 2 times. And then I'm going to do 2 searches to cover thief. That's all. And that'll be his day 24. So we'll try to score the thief. In addition, I think the elf is not doing much different, actually. I think I'm going to hide once and then do 1, 2, 3, 4 and try to get thief cleared. So those are those 2 moves. The Berzerker, ugh. In 3 days, yeah, I don't love any of it at all. I don't love any of it right now for the Berzerker. We can get if we can pull a great treasure, I can pull a half point off the elf and get a half point. Breaking that siege is going to be super difficult now with that troll in place. So I don't love that. You might be able to do it. The nice thing is, I mean, you can kill one of these guys if your weapon is flipped over, but non-trivial, and you might have this situation where you get 2 of them flipped over. You could seriously get hurt. Seriously hurt, man. So I am stuck on the Berzerker. And like I said, you don't have many days left. You might be able to fix the wagon in 3 days, but you're not going to really get much else going on. One, two, three, four, 1, 2, 1. In 3 days, you get to the shrine, and then you'd have to find the shrine. I suppose, I think we are going to once move to the bats, and then move to the goblins. We have lucky day if we need to. There you go. That's what the Berserker is going to do. The Paladin, well, we've got to get this. We have to get this rolling here. So we are going to we're going to hide, and then move 1. That theoretically is going to clear Explore Cliff. And so that's good for him. So he's got this down pat. So it is day 24, I believe. Yep. Let's roll a monster roll. I'm so sorry about that battle. I was sort of happy with myself. And we get goblins, octopi, etc. Swordsman. Swordsman will go. Goes to the house. He's going to hide. And he does. And he gets what? 2? I think 2 searches to pull thief. And he's going to pull, obviously, off of the patrol, since he doesn't like those guys. He needs a 4 or a 1, I believe. Right? Is that thief? Thief is 4 or 1. The discover chance. Thief, discover chits result. 1 VP, take a loot from their pile, effectively. So that's 1 failure. And he gets 1 more shot at it today. And he succeeds. So we do pull thief. That's a point for the swordsman. So that's cool. At least he's going to get another point out of this. And he does get a treasure from the patrol's pile. And he's going to take one of these, and he'll just take this one. Just because. A potion of energy. Not super worth it. But he is done, and he's scored. Next, we have the elf and the berserk. The elf is hiding. He fails. He's going to burn take cover and auto hide then. So the elf hides, and he gets 4 attempts at also thieving. From the lancers, we dislike them more. So we'll do a 4 or a 1. And we do. Done. So the lancers get thieved also by the sly elf. So he's going to score. And the lancers, we don't want a spear. That's silly. Come on, guys. We will take that treasure. Oh, the cloven hoof. Elf. Poor elf. Add 1 to all rolls when in the same clearing. Well, okay. And we are done. And we have scored thief. We burn, take cover. We get sudden insight and sacrifice. Interesting. So the elf is done with his turn. The Berzerker hiding and trying to move into the goblins. So let's roll our hide. He succeeds, and then he moves through to the goblins. The White Knight is going to hide 2 times. It is imperative. Nope, he fails once. He succeeds the second time, and then moves there. And nothing's going to appear here or here or here. So we are good for all of those. So let's see. So the White Knight, first thing, we're going to score him 2 points because he did explore the cliff. So that is +2. That is 2 points, which is very, very nice. That's the wrong thing there. Explore cliff. And he gets climbing tools. So first phase, mountain move doesn't count. We'll do first mountain clearing, toss, 1 move phase. So that's actually a very nice treasure. You get that early, that's a big deal. In any case, we have scored Explore Cliff, and he is done. So we did actually score quite a few points, 4 points across all the characters here. And let's see what we got going on. We'll do this guy first. So I think what we're going to do is we are not going to become unhidden. And we are going to allow this guy to take these 2 bats. The bats can't actually do any damage. Let's see where the bats end up on round 1, 2. So they're going to flop down there. Do any of the bats flip? No and yes. So he flipped. And that's the first round. Nothing happens. Second round, 4. So everybody stays put. And he's going to die. He doesn't flip. And does the second guy flip? No. So we killed a bat. And now we're back to 1 round here. And so we will... So now stop, hold up, timeout. So now I'm going to do the deed. I'm going to ready the mace with a fight. Not for any good reason. We'll just do that. And we'll put it here so that we have 2/3 of a chance to catch him. 2. So he actually dodges both of us because he's that kind of bat. And we miss him on the first round of 2. And we roll again. And 4, he lines up and he dies. So we get 9 more prowess just to sort of cement that victory, I think. There really is no point to killing them aside from that and clearing it out. We just got Explore Cliff done. That was pretty much the entirety of the goal there. So we put that away. Draw a card, Diplomat, encounter ogres. Ogres. So And we are done. Does the Berzerker want to take on these goblins? Sure, this is a little bit of a hose job, though. You could die here. So what I'm going to do is on round one, we're going to fatigue the Berserk Chit for sure. And we're going to still play an attack because we can. We can still play an attack. We just play it there. Oops, I didn't necessarily mean to drag the Berserker off the board. Just get to his sheet. So round one, we're going to play right there. Just like that. We will see if we can get a lucky shot on this dude. And we don't. And so he goes right there. Does he flip or not? He does. So we got one goblin. He has flipped. Our weapon has flipped, by the way, to a time 4. So we only need to play a time 5, and we don't even care. We just play that guy, right? Our power boots. So now we have this going on. So it is possible to get hit, but these spear goblins are a little clunky, right? They scramble around. They're picking up their spears. So where do these guys end up? 4. So they line up entirely. Does the first guy flip over or not? He doesn't. Does the second guy flip over? He does not. Does the third guy flip over? He doesn't either. We hit and kill this guy, and he is dead. Weapon flips. I'm okay with that. I'm just going to play that because that makes me faster now. So I think this is a nice leisurely battle for the Berzerker. He cuts one down, Spear Goblin. Next one, he goes down here. Who flips? First box? Yep, second box. Yes, this gets dicier now because someone could theoretically come and hit us. Our weapon has flipped. So now it again doesn't matter. We're going to be H4 the whole fight. We're going to hit this guy. What I'd like to do is not get my helmet jacked up. 4. Everybody lines up, so that works. Flip. No. Flip. No. We undercut him and kill him. And we line up and kill him. And we go first because we are faster and kill him. He misses us because we're playing an H4, and he's there. And in this next round, hopefully if he doesn't flip, we're just going to take him out. He lines up, and we're going to take him out no matter what. Does he flip? No. So our weapon is like that because we missed our hit last round. But we still are at time 4 because now it's our time. Time 4 undercuts him and undercuts his fight time. So we are faster. We kill these guys for 6 prowess, which might be enough to put us above the elf. It is right now. We're just trying to eke out some points, right? Just trying to eke them out wherever we can. And we did do the tremendous, and that's great, but it's fatigue now, and we're done. Otherwise, we actually didn't have to fatigue anything. So that's that. Do we have anything else to fight? No. Oh, okay. It is going to be when we get back here, day 25. So let's take quick stock of where we are. I'm going to pull the scores up, so forgive me for a second. I'm going to block the way. The swordsman has 5 points. He still has the spell points, so he is indeed at 7 points. So that's him. The elf has 7 card points, not 6. He's lost a prowess, though. I think he is second place in gold, and he does have more great treasures than anyone. I think his score remains static at 10 points, but it is a little different in terms of where those points are coming from. This went down by 1, this went up by 1. You can't see it. I'm pointing to... okay. You can't see it. It's fine. The Berzerker has 3 points, but he's stolen a point. He still has a ton of gold, and he still has 1 great treasure. So that is 3, 6, 7 points. So he's up to 7 instead of 6. The knight has sort of made the biggest push. He has 8 points in cards right now. He's still winning notoriety. He's losing gold, everything else. But cards, from cards alone, pretty much, he's got 10 points. So it's 10 to 10 and 7 to 7 as we go into our final set of days. So the swordsman got armorer for his thing, so that's not going to work. He has envoy. I mean, I suppose he could. Can he even get to where he needs to get? 1, 2, 3. So that's 1 day, 2 days. Well, he can get to here. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. In 4 days, he can get to and theoretically push on the last day, push trades with both his buddies. So he could score envoy. It is highly unlikely that he's going to get the siege done. And it's really unlikely that he gets the siege done on his own. So he killed 1 guy. Actually, the funny part is, so let's say that he goes. So this is dumb. But let's say this happens. Let's say the swordsman goes in. He's hidden. So let's say he's hidden. If he's not in, he has to run out, and then he's wasted a day, and he's actually sort of done up. Let's say he's hidden. He goes in. Remains hidden. Casts his spell. His goblin call here. He has to pay a gold to do that, so I did forget. Grabs this goblin. On round 1 and drags one of these dudes over. And either lucks out or doesn't, pretty much. The next round, the troll's on this guy's sheet. Or, actually, I drag the troll on the sheet, and he might kill him on round 1. On round 2, he gets eaten by the damn troll. He is done. I swoop in, I kill a goblin, and then I run back out. And then you might be able to do that all again once in a day to clear the siege. And you would at least score your final point there, probably. Um, I think we're going for it just because it's sort of fun. So I'm going to so I'm going to hide and move into the goblins. I think this is okay because I think I still have enough chits to pull all that off. And done. So that's his move. The elf has to sacrifice oh my god, the chapel. So yeah, sure, I could sacrifice at the goddamn chapel. I'm right here. So I do a quest phase to sacrifice at the chapel. So if I do an extra hide and a hide and a hide and a quest phase, and we sacrifice, that'll give me a point. Hell, I don't even do all that, to be quite honest with you. I can do the sacrifice and move the hell and get out of dodge, actually. Now, where to get out of dodge to, I don't flipping know. It barely matters in reality. And we can sacrifice. What are we going to sacrifice? None of that's great, by the way. I don't. You can keep the hoof because what's the chance that I'm actually going to? Right, we're in the last 3 days. So what's the chance? What is the chance that you actually are going to fight in the next 3 days? Plus, these have great notoriety values, so they might. Well, you can only count them for one thing or another. Okay. I could burn this. I could burn the carpet, but I'd be carrying a lot of this crap. So I'll probably burn this. Get the sacrifice. I don't really have to hide. I could just move out of this clearing. I just don't know where I would end up going. Where would we go? You know the knight's going to score a point. Knight's going to score one more point because he's going to play gambler at the house. We're going to score one more point because we're going to have sacrifice. So we are still technically tied. Can you get to somewhere and score another point? And the answer is, I mean, I don't know, right? I don't know what the. So what I'm going to do, maybe this is dumb, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my sacrifice. I'm going to hide. I'm going to do my sacrifice. Well, hold on. I'm going to do my sacrifice first. I'm then going to fly, fly, and fly like an eagle. So 1, 2, 3 to the Maple Woods. Then I'm going to extra hide. Done. And I will have scored sacrifice. The Berserk. He's stolen his prowess point. I don't think we're going to get any cards at this point. That tremendous troll puts a kibosh on lots of things. But I would love to score some extra prowess points. Because we're not ahead of the elf by all that much. Not ahead of the elf by all that much. Tell you what, I'm going to hide maybe twice. No, hide once. Move to the house. I'm going to try to hire twice. They're neutral. What does a neutral hire look like? A 3 or a 2? Okay. We'll get them all. We'll take the entire soldiers. Now, minus the dead guy. So it's $8 for 3 guys. Then maybe we go in, frankly. Done. White Knight. So this is his last day with his bro here. And I think the White Knight is going to take it easy. He's going to move 2. So we're going to move and move to the house. That's what we're going to do. And, we're going to rest and extra rest. And then 03 will leave us at the end of the day. So we're sort of done. Okay. This last week, this is a rough last week. And I'm trying to eke out as much stuff as possible. So let's get a monster roll. Dragons. I don't think that's going to matter much in the scheme of things. I think the swordsman's going to go in. Let's hide. Nope, we don't hide. So we bolt in there and we're going to bolt right out. So that's sort of where we end up. So we're not hidden. Roar C actually does draw. So the funny part is, nope, it actually does matter because we get that guy. So done there. Next is going to be the elf. So the elf is going to fire so he's going to do his quest. So he's going to take this and burn it. Poof. So he gets sacrifice. So that's a point. And he gets a boon, which is a copy of one of his chits. At this point, I would argue it doesn't. At this point, it doesn't matter much. What I'm going to take, though, is a copy of that shit just to get another asterisk to putz with. So we sacrifice that at the altar, and then we're going to use the magic carpet to fly. 1, 2, 3. So we end up here, flip that guy, and end up in, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 1, 2. Done. And we do hide. And we do. That doesn't do us a whole bunch of good, but doesn't matter. And the elf is done. White Knight's going to go. He's going to walk up in here. He's going to rest 3 times. So we're going to pull back our moves. Those are super important, and pull that back once. And we are done. Pop there. Berzerker is going to the house, and he's going to... So he hides once, mostly to avoid the patrol. He does. He walks on in there. And he's going to try to hire the soldiers. Soldiers are $8 right now because they're partly dead. Let's see if he can get a 3 or a 2. That's a no deal. He has 1 more. No deal, and he is done. So I think the White Knight does have to roll because he has neutrals here. So he's neutral with the soldiers. He's neutral with the patrol. So let's roll for the knight before the day ends. So we're looking for not... In fact, he can't even roll. So he gets a -1 to meeting roll. So the neutrals stay away from him anyway. So done. So let's figure out what's what here. So a couple things go. The elf completed sacrifice. So that is done. And let's make sure we give him his point. Yeah, we gave him 8 points. That's not ideal. We'll give him a point. He had to run. The White Knight is going to gamble. So he'll gamble away his last $5. So he ends the day with the soldiers. He wins 4 times his bet. So he gambles 5, and then he wins back 5 and 20. So he gets plus $20 at the end of this. It's not going to matter. And he's friendly with the soldiers. And he gets rescue instead. So strangely enough, so, I mean, he is... Oh, and he does get $5 to going to a dwelling. The elf got $5. I'll give him his plus $5. I'll give the elf and the berserker $5 also. So elf $5. That will change nothing. And I got to find a better way to record those. And berserker $5. So done and done. The elf does get a card, and that is Giant Slayer. Being able to fly is actually very potent because you can do things normally you can't probably do in the times you can't do them. So, okay, a very chaotic week here. So for day 26, we have to move back to the house. We had to burn one of those to run. I'm going to hide. I'm going to rest and rest. And this is an extra move. So we are going to hide twice because the patrol's here. Done. The elf. The elf's going to go fly, fly, fly. So he's going to do 3 flies. Fly, fly, fly. He's going to go to the valley with the inn, effectively. And then he is going to extra hide after he lands. Then he's going to move to the wagon if he's not in the wagon already. And he is done. The Berserker's going to hide and hire 3 times. He still has Lucky Day if he needs it. And the White Knight loses his guy. So his guy is gone. His guy's in the clearing with him, but he's not hired by him anymore. And what does the White Knight want to do? The White Knight pulled rescue. Can he look around and find the only place he can actually find a group of monsters in an adjacent hex is literally this mess. And did we do? Oh, we didn't do. We needed to gamble, right? Gamble. We need to make sure we put that on his sheet. So we got a lot of card points popping out here. So does the White Knight? If he hires his, let's say he tries to hire his buddy again, and he does that in a day, would that be enough to walk into this and finish this? Probably not, actually. Berzerker's going to try to hire and finish it also. But I'm going to say, so the White Knight is going to pop his rescue. He's going to pop the rescue. So it's 6. It is the wood folk. So the top wood folk, rescue, wood folk. And he's going to put him right here. And then I think what I'm going to do is I am going to, do we need to rest anymore? Or are we good? I got an extra rest. And then we're going to hire, and hire. We're just going to hire 4 times. And maybe that's going to be enough to get this guy hired. So day 26, everybody has one. Strangely enough, a hiring frenzy here. What's the monster roll for day 26? So day 26 looks like bats. Okay. Swordsman will go first. He comes back in. He is going to hide. He does hide. And he's going to rest 2 times and bring back in 2 moves. So he rests twice. He brings back 2 moves. He is hidden. And we are done. Hell, someone should have hired the At this point, you could have hired the damn cook and it would have been worth it. Elf is next. The elf is flying 1, 2, 3 to here. Does he land in the wagon space or not? 1, 2, 3, no. 4, 5, 6, yes. It is a 6. He lands in the wagon space. Now, the problem with the landing in the wagon space is that you must immediately check to resolve it to see what's what. So when he lands in the wagon space, he has to roll a d6. So this is, I think, what he didn't want, actually, but let's see. 4, harassed by ogres. 2 ogres are here, preventing the wagon from leaving. So we're going to copy those, and those are right here. Oops, paste them right there. And they block the elf instantly. So the elf is done for the day. Berzerker hides once because he doesn't want to deal with the damn patrol, because who does? He fails, so that's going to suck. He's just unfriendly, I think. Yeah, he's not enemies. And we're going to try to hire the soldiers again. Oh, that looked promising. That's 1. Price times. Oh, it's still no deal. He needs a 3 or a 2. Son of a bitch. Well, okay, let's see if we can't get it. 2. Price times 3. I'll take it. Minus 24, because there's $8 worth of them left. And so now we have the soldiers with us. The Berserker is done. The White Knight is going to try to hire his guy. He rests. He's going to try to hire his guy. Now, he's friendly with his guy. And he subtracts 1. He just needs a price times 3. Well, yep, $24. We'll take it. It's not a huge deal. And now we have O3 with us for the day. Does the patrol do anything with the Berzerker? No. And they won't with this guy either. So that's going to be a little bit of a mess tomorrow. And we have to do the elf, though. So the elf is here. He's got 2 ogres on his sheet. I don't think we have a good... And I am going to... So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run out of the clearing. And I can. The ogres are time 5s. So with a 4 speed move, we can just run out of the clearing. And I need to do that because I don't want to burn the fly and fly out and have to then get back here. There's not enough days to do that. So I think for the swordsman, he's going to move back to the goblins. And we're going to try to engage our strategy. The elf is going to move to the inn. Extra hide. Hide, hide, hide. Just 3. And then move to the wagon. I think the Berzerker, we're going to hide and move to the goblins. And the soldiers will follow. And then same thing with our guy here. We're just going to hide and move to the goblins. So literally everybody's going to descend on this last space here for the last hurrah. And day 28 might be a snooze compared to it. And it's a 4, so giants and trolls. There aren't any more, so... Swordsman's going to go later. Berserk will go first. So they all hide. Are you hidden or not? That's really the question. Yep, we're hidden. We go in. The patrol follow us. Not the patrol. We hate the patrol. Screw the patrol. The soldiers follow us. We got them all drunk, talking about Viking stuff. White Knight is going to take his guy in. And we do. So we're in also with our buddy is back. Thank you, buddy. Swordsman will go just to make it a hat trick here. He's going to not hide, and get stuck in there. And then the elf is going to move out and he's going to hide a couple times if he needs to, and he does. And he's back to the wagon. So yeah, I'm fairly certain this will be the last actually active day, just because, well, with the caveat that, man, the elf could go and do Giant Slayer, in theory. So let's do this fight. This is the easier of the two fights to adjudicate. Let's just do this one. These guys, the elf is hidden. The elf's going to play the ambush game. So we're just going to ready the weapon. Like that. Play this. We're good to go. These are medium. You kill them on a 4 and lower. 6. So that's not a kill. We do not become hidden or unhidden. Oh, and we still have the cloven hoof. So we actually have to add one. I did not even think of that. Why are we trying to fight with this stupid hoof in our possession? Okay, that's super clunky. Didn't think of that at all. I was just going to carry this into the sunset, effectively. Because I had to sacrifice a great treasure. I wanted to keep the fly. So I sacrificed the other one. I have to keep this to keep the... So, I didn't think of that at all. All right, well, second round, 3, 2, or 1, and we will play to... so we do kill him. So that's 1 down. Are we unhidden? And we have to add to this. So it's 5 or 6 is bad. And we are not unhidden. So we just need, if we can get through this battle. So 3, 2, or 1 to kill because of our, or actually, yeah, 3, 2, or 1. 1, he is dead. We killed the 2 ogres. That is 6 points worth of joy. Whew, okay. And freeing the wagon, you get a buck, or a victory point, and you get a keg of ale or 8 gold. I'm going to take the victory point and 8 gold. So we did score the broken wagon. Man, geez, man. Oh, and these guys were additions. So the wagon is gone. I didn't even write them over here. I've been very bad this last week has not been good. We've had the siege, which the broken wagon, and the dwarf pathfinder. So it wasn't a huge deal. We just didn't put the... So let's figure this siege out. Their last act will be to figure out the siege. So let's get... We have 3 soldiers with the Berzerker. They'll need a buddy sheet or 2. Oops. Oof, I don't like that. So lock these 3 sheets down. Okay. So what the hell is in the goddamn clearing? So first, these guys are in the clearing. Our buddies. Said we got our sheets. And then we have this crew of monsters. The swordsman is the only guy who is not hit. Now, he is getting credit already because he killed a single dude. The Berzerker's getting credit already because he killed 3 of these guys. So they're all getting credit for the siege, if the siege indeed is ever broken. So the question is, do they take any of these dudes on their sheets, or do they let them all sit? The funny part is, I think with this crew, I think they gut them, but these guys are super slow. Like, this is not a done deal. It probably is a done deal in the sense that these axe goblins can't do much to these dudes. But these guys are still sort of dangerous. I think what's going to happen is I don't think either. I don't think either the Berserker or the White Knight. Maybe they. How's this going to go? They both want to ready their weapons. Yeah, they're going to let everything sit on the damn swordsman sheet. So the swordsman gets all of this. So my guess is he's going to have to get out of dodge. Like, there's no good way. If he just had a couple on his sheet, fine. But everybody else is hidden, and he's the only one not hidden. So I think he gets run out of there. Which sucks because I don't get to play the spell. But I could cast the spell, which would draw one guy off of my sheet. But then I would have to dodge the other 2. I can't play the horse because I would effectively grab him and drag him off my sheet, ride the damn horse, and these guys can't kill the horse unless they flip. It is not. It's not worth dying. So he's going to play. He's going to fatigue. He's going to get out of dodge. In the meantime, these guys will do the thing, right? So they're going to ready. So he's going to ready his weapon. He's going to play it as a time 4. And he's going to hit somebody. And the problem is, that he knows that the knight's going to just be able to. So if the knight has the same option, which he does, he's going to flip this and then play tremendous. So he knows what's going to happen as far as the knight's effectively going to target this guy once our dude runs. So I think he's going to target the sword guy, just in case, right? So let's see if sword guy lines up, and he does. So that's cool for the Berserker. He'll get the reward. I don't know if that matters. So he does. He doesn't flip. He's going to hit him and kill him. So he's going to get the sword guy. Now his weapon's going to flip over for next round, and he is unhidden. Over here, the White Knight is pretty much just lines up, and he's going to kill him with tremendous damage at a time 3. So the knight gets the troll. Now, he didn't kill, strange enough, didn't kill a goblin. I'm not sure that that matters to him, but man, he would love to kill one this coming round. So now who does what? Well, I'm going to say Berzerker's going to lure one of these guys like there. And I could do this in order, but that would be fairly clunky, right? So what's the order? What's the absolute order we have to do this in? Because it's sort of weirdly, it's one of those weird things where I go, man, I usually don't have to do this, but we have to really, 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 really know the order real quick, just to make sure that everybody gets a shot at what they want to get a shot of, right? And of course, weirdly, I cannot now not find. So, each character can assign any number of uncontrolled denizens to himself and one to each of his minions. Characters play in turn, starting with the first character of the day and going to the left. I don't remember who the first character of the day was, so I'm going to just roll off. How's that? Berzerker's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the Berzerker goes first. So the Berzerker will assign this guy to, I suppose, himself, just to take them all, right? So not randomly assigned. So now the Berzerker will deploy. So he's going to deploy this minion. So he's going to deploy here, and he's going to drag this guy here. And then the White Knight will deploy. So he'll become the target. And then will he deploy also? I mean, these guys can hit these dudes and kill them effectively. He will. So he's going to go there. We have extra attackers there. Done. I think that's going to be how it plays out. That's going to allow him to ready his weapon and play whatevs. And we're going to play it here. And then, sure, the White Knight will ready his weapon also, and he will play He'll play there. He'll try to steal that guy. So let's see what we got. Where does this guy end up? He ends up, that's a 5 according to the game. So he ends up there. Does he flip or not? He does not flip. So I don't think anybody's going to hit at all. I mean, he does hit him, but he can't actually kill him, so it doesn't matter. Down here, where does the goblin go? The goblin goes all the way down the bottom. Does the goblin flip? He does flip. That's a little dangerous for our guy. Let's see where the minions go on each side here. 4, he stays at top, up top. He comes down here. Does the order flip? No. Does this guy flip? No. Does the target flip? No. So what is the fastest attack here? His attack is fastest. Well, his attack is fastest, but he misses. So he is done. His attack is next fastest, and he's going to hit this guy and kill him. So the Berzerker gets this kill. Oh, this and this last one's just a dumb mess, actually. So sure, I'm going to say that it's going to behoove our heroes. He'll put this guy here. And then, frankly, it's just going to be, we're just going to assign these sort of vaguely randomly, and we'll put him there. And him there. Well, these guys are all going to move. So there you go. So White Knight still has not killed any goblins. So unless he gets a goblin kill here, then the White Knight is sort of shut out of the siege. 3. So the goblin goes here. Does the goblin flip? No. We're going to roll 2 dice, 1 for each side of the rando attackers and defenders. 5. So he goes down 1. These guys shift up 1. He comes down here. He goes up here. He goes here. Does he flip? No. Does the knight flip? No. Does this guy flip? No. Does this guy flip? No. I think he wins. He is the same time as him. Longer weapon. Berzerker takes that kill also. Done. Goblin Siege is completed. It is done. It is, everybody is, the Berzerker gets 6 points for that. 6 prowess again. So he's done there. The siege, anyone who took part, so Goblin Siege gets a point. He also got one for the Gob Siege. But I think it's those two, right? I don't think the elf killed anyone. I think it's just the Berzerker and the Swordsman got all the kills, and indeed that's true. And then the Berzerker gets something. Let's see. And screwed up the we've totally screwed up the pages here. So that should tell you something. The cook, damsel, challenge, these go up here. Consult a demon is over here. Ugh, God. Okay, so this is pretty lame. So now I need to find the correct thing here. And that is not this paper. Goblin horde and well, so that is a problem, sir. Let's oh, there it is. Goblin siege. So he rolls a he rolls to see what's what. And I will put these in order in a moment. And we are somehow pages are all over the place. It is a total disaster. So we're going to roll here. Gambler, those look like those. So that's good. Okay. So we're going to roll for the siege, and now we're going to then give him his reward, which probably isn't super useful at this stage of the game, but let's roll anyway. 6. What is 6? 46 gold. That's all. So we're going to give him a bunch of cash. So 4 and 7, 11 gold. So we got the siege. We got 11 gold. He got the siege. He did not get any siege action. Neither did our knight. But our knight did score 8 for the troll, so let's not totally lock him. And he did execute a rescue. That is true. Which is another point for him. So that's pretty actually damn impressive. I don't have enough space on here for all the points that he has. Oh, okay. So I hate to do this, but I am going to ignore these guys for the last day. I'm going to assume they're going to walk into the house and, for all intents and purposes, hide. Not deal with anything. So they're going to walk to the valley, 1, 2, right there. So they literally don't have to deal with anything. The elf is going to make the move. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put retire for everybody, but the elf. And the elf is going to try. He's got one more point to work. So he did score wagon. So we gave him the point for the wagon. And now he's going to 1, 2, 3. So we're going to let him hide twice, extra hide, move, and move to the giant. So he will have to roll a monster roll, keeping in mind that the elf has gold magic right now, so he has peace with nature on. So what is the monster roll for the last day? It is serpents and demons. So he's not going to pop any of this. He's just going to walk up here. Is he hidden? He is. So he does get to try to kill this giant on the last day. Now the giant is... The giant is he has to kill him on a 1 because remember we have the cloven hoof with us because we're a dummy. So we're going to do that. And then we have to roll 4s to stay hidden. So let's see if we can get a 1. 1. 1 shot, 1 kill. He kills the giant. That's going to score him 8 points. 8 prowess. And he's going to get Giant Slayer. And that's going to be his 10th card. Oh, okay. Whew. That was exhausting. Whew. Little sweaty here. That was a wacky game. Let's look at the scores again. Please excuse the mess because I'm going to put this score table up here. It's going to block everything. The swordsman scores 6 points in cards, and he scores 2 points with spells because he's the only one who's learned a spell. He does finish with 8 points. The elf finishes with 10 points. He located the lair. Let's look at his last week. You can see it underneath, but I'm going to plop that out. He located the lair. He thieved. He sacrificed a treasure. He fixed the broken wagon. And then he killed the giant on the last day. He scores 5 points in the last week in cards. So that's going to give him, so let me save that. That's going to give him 10 points of cards. He does get a point for gold because he's second place in gold. And he is second place in notoriety. Or prowess, I should say. So he scores a point in prowess, taking him back off the Berzerker with the giant kill on the last day. That's going to give him 14 points. Berzerker didn't do terribly, but didn't do great. He 1 gold, second in great treasures because the elf has 2. But unfortunately, that's going to leave our guy here with 7 points. It's 4 cards, 2 gold, 1 great treasure. So just not a huge win for our dude. The White Knight scores 10 points in cards. He wins notoriety, but I think everything else he is locked out of. And so he ends up with a score of 12. That's our final score, is 8 to 14 to 7 to 12. The elf is the winner. So let's take a look at what that means for our big scores. So if we put the big scores on the board, let's pull the scores off the board and put the big scores on the board. Oops. Big scores, there they are. So if we pull the big scores on the board, these guys all have 2 games apiece. Well, if I could type, that would be good. 2 games. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to add as we speak. So 12 points in cards totally because we had scored 6. We also have 2 spell points. We came in 3rd place for a bonus of 1. So that's the swordsman. So the swordsman has 14, 15, 16, 17 points total after 2 rounds of play. I mean, it's going to put him in first, but only shortly. We'll get to that in a minute. The elf scores 10 points in cards, so he has 17 card points now. 1 prowess, 1 gold, 2 great treasures. He came in first in this round, and that's going to give him a bonus of 3 points. So that's going to be 24 points for the elf total. Right? 17, 18, 19, 21, 24 points. Bam. Berzerker scores, Berzerker scores 4 more card points, so that gives him 9 card points. Unfortunately, he's blanked out of prowess. He does get some gold score there, so that's 2. He gets 1 grade treasure point. So that looks like he's going to end up with 12, because he did not, and he was in last place, so he gets 0 bonus. The White Knight scores 10 points, so that gives him 11 card points. And he scores 2 intrigues. He came in second place. That's worth a bonus of 2, counteracting his -1. He's going to actually have a point total of 1 in bonus points. And that's going to give him 13, 14 total points at the end of 2 rounds. So you see how these things start to add up, of course. Obviously, it's important to win your round. That's 3 points. That's actually fairly considerable in this little scheme here. These guys are going to rocket to the top, of course, momentarily, but they're not going to stay there long, right? Because you're going to have these other guys are going to score another 10 points up top. But it's possible you have a bad game. The elf could actually be in the lead. The wizard has to score, quite a few points to stay in the lead. At least 11, including the bonus, of course. So that's it. That's where we're at. That's how the Grand Prix sort of rolls. And we have 3 more of these games to play over the course of the next week or 2 or 3, probably. It's probably going to take me a little bit of time to get through these, as you might have noted. So, this fan just keeps blowing papers around, and I am losing papers. So I will fix it set up some. So that's it. That's where we're at. That was super fun, and that last week was crazy. That last week was insanity. The White Knight scored 5 points on the last week. The Swordsman did not do as well, of course. I feel a little bad for him. And the Berzerker did not do as well. But the Berzerker had a ton of cash. I still think they played okay. I think they played fairly well. And I think the Swordsman... I think you end up. I think you probably end up somewhere in the middle. Yeah, because he ended up with 8 points in the first round, 8 points in the second round. He gets a bonus point. I think he ends up in the middle, is my guess. So we'll have to see. All right, we'll see how this plays out. It's going to get interesting over time. After the second round, I would love to see sort of where everybody pans out after 2 rounds. So for now, we're going to leave the scoreboard as is. And I will talk to all of you. I'll talk to all of you later. And there's a spider in a place. I don't killing spiders, but feel bad since they're doing work for me. But he violated the code, which is if I don't see you, it's fine. And if I see you, well, we're going to have words. So, done. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.